rinse the inflammation of cortisol off of your cells is meditation. Being in optimal health allows you to be an optimal spirit, to connecting and feeling like I'm connected to something.
Agreed. But it's becoming more and more prevalent. And, most of the viewers who are going to see this on PMC Global are in India. And, it was an interesting thing where when I was at the Mega Meditation Summit 2 in North Carolina this couple months ago, speaking on stage, and I taught a couple side classes. And when I was asking people, okay, how many of you have ever had a spiritual event that really catapulted your spirituality? For me, it was a near suicide, and a started my out of body experience journey where I started to have my higher self save me from myself. When I asked that question, no hands went up. And I was going, this is strange. And then I started asking questions, because having the right answer is smart, but having the right question is genius. And I asked people, how many of you started meditating when you were 4 or 5 years old? Every hand went up. And I went, whoa, this is different than the
Oh,
American society that I'm used to, where people come into it in, their 30s, 40s, 50s, or, maybe because of a plant journey, or they hit rock bottom in their life and they're having a midlife crisis and need to calm down to get into the spiritual and meditation space. And so this is really inspiring that even if you haven't been meditating your entire life, there is no time like right now to begin this. And you will live a longer, happier, better life. And honestly, a lot of people, unfortunately, I think, they get so unconscious in their actions that they think that their purpose in life was really to come down here, have a job, make money, have kids, have a house and a mortgage, be miserable the whole time, and die in agony. And that was the purpose of their life. That is not the purpose of why we come here. And so, Kashif, what I'm seeing from you, and is so inspiring to me, and I hope everybody out there is just like really feeling this in your heart, that when you start to take care of your body on the most fundamental level of our genetics, it's the foundation that will allow everything else, including your spirituality, to thrive. And I'm just waxing poetic on this, but that's really what I'm feeling. And so, everybody out there, I highly suggest that in this new modern era where we have all these toxins and we have all this stress, we have these things breaking us down, but we also have this amazing technologies and understanding of our body and of our spirit that we never had before becoming available. This is invaluable for those of us who want to have that amazing life and live our purpose. And now that I know that you can test your genes and find out why you're actually what you're actually best at while you're on the planet, that is incredible. So how do you see the future of this field evolving with the advancements of
well,
neuroscience, holistic health, things like that?
I see that, first of all, there's pressure now. We see it more than ever before for change. We pushed, who pushed us too hard, right? In terms of the foods, the toxins, etc. And too many, you go from 2 generations ago, 1 in 10,000 kids was autistic. 1 generation ago, it's one in 500, and now it's 1 in 34. But when you get those kind of numbers, then you're going to get pushback, which is what we're now experiencing. So people are demanding better. Demanding better means we are building our own systems and tools because the system doesn't provide those tools. The toolkit of the doctor is for emergencies, it's not for health, right? When you take medical research that only studies sick people, never studies healthy people to teach us about health, you're going to end up with a sick care system, which is what we have instead of a healthcare system. So I see it coming very quickly is all this technology, research, and science from outside of the industry that people are themselves driven to through whether they're paying out of pocket, their insurance company doesn't cover it yet, eventually overriding and replacing this broken system. And we're at that point now. We're seeing from the biohacking movement to integrative health to functional medicine, there's a lot of it going on. We now have like almost 50,000 functional medicine doctors in the US. So that there used to be, around 10 when I started this journey. So exponential change. The big thing that you're going to see coming in terms of the world that I come from is gene editing. So what you're going to see is, suppose I told you that there's a gene that says you make toxic hormones and that might increase your risk for prostate cancer as a man, right? And so what I can do right now is give you a plan on what supplements to do, what foods to do that help block that hormone so that you're not worried about it. But in the future, I'm going to be able to go in, edit the gene, and just turn it off. And that's not too far away. We're about 5 years from that. So the science actually works today, but it hasn't been applied to all of these areas, and it's coming.
Wow. Okay. You know that's really inspiring. You know, a good friend of mine, they were born with a genetic mutation called incontinencia pigmentosa, which is very rare. So hearing that they may actually be able to have that
Yeah.
gene actually downregulated or turned off so that they no longer have that disease. I mean, that's really emotional because I love this person dearly, and it's been very trying for 45 years of their life to think that
Yeah.
that could happen. And there are so many people as well that come in with these genetic mutations because of the environment from their mother ingesting certain
Hmm.
things, or even, I mean, there's so many things that can do this. So Kashif, thank you so much for being here. And I want to ask you, what practical advice or exercises would you offer the viewers and the listeners right now who are new to all this and they really want to start experiencing the benefits right now? Please tell people how they can find you, how they can get involved, and really start improving their health today.
So, I would say the big ones are um, personalization, bioindividuality is key. So, one size fits all is what's hurting us. The trial and error of let me try this, let me try that, and then eventually something works, but along the way I hurt myself by trying two or three things. When you're a bio-individual and you do exactly what your body needs, it works better and you save money and you save time and it just feels great, right? So, know that if you do that, chronic disease is optional. We think that cardiovascular disease, diabetes, these things run in our family. They don't. If they do, why weren't you born with it? Why aren't kids born with Alzheimer's? Right? It needs to be caused. So yes, you may have some genetic propensity, but you also need to have the wrong food, the wrong stress, the wrong something, which is another genetic propensity, which in total combination equal the problem. So just know that the pace at which you age, how fast you age, the level of illness you have, the level of energy, your libido, your hair, your skin, all of that stuff is optional. None of it is just determined. It's based on your genes plus your habits. I would also say that for your community here, as you were mentioning, go to my website, etc. I wanted to I value that we have a community here that's a little unique in terms of its consciousness level and the spirit and all that, and I really enjoy that, right? So I would say go to my personal website, and I'm going to create a discount for this community.
Oh,
So if anybody wants testing, right? So don't go to the dnacompany.com. You can go there to learn and research, but I'll give you my personal website so that it's not on the main website and other people don't see it. And we'll make sure that I'll upload a test there, DNA testing, and even coaching program with me, that type of stuff, at call it a wholesale price. I want to make sure that this community, I'd love to work with you guys. Let's just say that, right?
beautiful.
Me as an individual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. So, for everybody who's out there, you can go to the dnacompany.com, but wait until you see the show notes. All right. We're going to put Kashif's personal site in there as well as that coupon code. I was not expecting that. I would like to say thank you, Kashif, for doing that for all these amazing humans on the planet that people have a lot of the same goals. We want to come here, we want to find our purpose, we want to live a good life, we want to have a family, we want to, some of us who consider it, we want to die a good death too. We don't want to just have a good life. There's a Buddhist saying that I work on every single day. How can I live, love, and die completely today? That if my day today is the last one, can I live and can I love completely? And
Right.
maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm a believer. Maybe I'm not. Well, one of the other genetic types. I'm not quite sure, but that's something that for everybody out there. Patriji, who founded the PSSM movement, the guru who founded this, the pyramid meditation movement. I've got two of his pyramids sitting up on a shelf there, and it says, "Be with your breath, meditate daily." Be with your breath,
Mm.
meditate daily, and that's exactly what I've been teaching for 25 years. And there have been amazing things showing lengthening of telomeres, the activation of
Mm.
mitochondria through specifically intermittent hypoxic breath work, which
Mm.
the Nobel Prize in Medicine and Physiology in 2019 was won by a team of researchers showing the benefits and even reversal of cancer of using intermittent hypoxia. Not chronic. I mean, go to 45,000 feet and don't have oxygen, you're going to have some problems. But it's amazing what we can do with these tools that are already within us. But here's an interesting thing. Like you said, the broadcast shotgun, one size fits all approach. Not a single one of us has the same genetic code. Okay, maybe identical twins, but they have different other things. That means there's nothing that's going to work for all of us. And so finding out, belief is a poor substitute for knowledge. And having this knowledge of what you bring, Kashif, is so valuable for people because most allopathic physicians will never be able to tell them. And they're just going to give them a prescription. They're going to say it's probably this, and we're going to keep an eye on it. But in the United States, I don't know what it's like in Canada, but in the United States, atriogenic death is the second leading cause of death in the United States behind heart disease, in front of cancer.
Right.
And atriogenic death means death by medical malpractice. It could be drugs, could be
Yep.
surgeries, could be infections, but it is medically caused or caused by the allopathic medical system in some way. That's a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
who are going out unnecessarily. Like if my leg's broke, please put it back together. But if I have eczema or if I have psoriasis or I have lupus, if I have something like that, I know so many doctors that have said we suck at chronic disease. We really don't know what we're doing. And so what you're doing, Kashif, is you're giving people that ray of hope so that good, bad, or ugly, they will understand more about their body and who they are. And I just thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here with this amazing community. For everyone out there, I would like to say thank you very much for being here.
Pleasure. And what you're doing is amazing. So I thank you for including me. It's an honor.
Well, as Ram Dass said, we're all kids walking each other home. And sometimes we get to
Mm-hmm.
walk side by side, and hopefully we're not stepping on anybody's laces and tripping them. And if we need a piggyback ride, we can be those people as well.
Beautiful.
So for everybody out there, once again, Nate Zeleznick with Integrated Ascension Method here with the Pure Minds, Pure Energy Enlightenment Sessions with Nate and the PMC. Signing off, I will see you in the next episode. Please make sure you look at the show notes, go to Kashif's personal site, use that coupon, and use it in good health. All the love and power to you, my friends. We'll see you next time. Hey, my friends, what an incredible journey we've shared today. If you felt even a spark of inspiration or power, don't let it stop here. Take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this with someone who needs it. Seriously, think of just one person who could benefit from what you've experienced today, because together we're building something so much bigger than ourselves. This is more than a show. It's a movement, a space where leaders, visionaries, and seekers like you come to transform, elevate, and align. So don't just follow, become a part of the community. Subscribe to the PMC YouTube channel and follow the I Am Integrated Ascension Method everywhere you can. And let's create something extraordinary together. I'm truly excited to share with you your next step to transformation. So head over to iampure.energy and sign up for my free Perfect Breath class. You'll unlock the secret to mastering your breath, your energy, and ultimately your life. And for those who are ready to go deeper, our masterclass and weekly sessions are waiting to take you to that next level. Make sure that you're here next week because, as always, I'll be sitting down with another world-changing guest, someone who will blow your mind and give you tools to rise even higher. And don't come alone. Invite your friends, your team, or anyone who's ready to grow. And let's expand this circle of impact one breath at a time. Until then, remember, your potential is limitless. Your power is real. And it all begins with a single breath. Together, we're creating the future. I'll see you next time, my friend. Together we rise. See you soon.